I think Nim would shoot the fuck out of this
Okay, well,
this
yeah.
one
So
here
first, gonna
with that oath
pop
bow.
that sucker in dome here.
Now, keep in mind, the oath bow has a magical property that you may choose or may not choose to use. I leave that up to your decision.
It does, but then it have disadvantage on everyone else. Not fun.
Yep. Yeah, I'm
So-
totally leaving that decision up to you.
Better
Okay,
for
so
a
we're
boss, I think.
So do roll that out, and let's see what happens.
Wait, this is.
Now, I don't know as a ranger if he can shoot twice. I know rangers have some funky abilities, which is why. Yeah.
Two peeps. Okay. Yeah, first one will be regular. So
18 is the attack roll, right?
yes,
That's exceptional. That strikes the basilisk and pierces its scales.
and that does 5 damage.
Right.
Oh wow, 3d6 and you got 5. Oh, well.
No, so that's only the 3d6 is only for the sworn. The regular
Oh,
damage
okay.
is 1d.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
second one, let's do it with. Screw it. Let's do it with freaking sharpshooter. Why the hell? So,
Wow. Some of these attacks, man, oath bow is fantastic.
so yeah, that minus 5 sharpshooter. 15 to hit.
What was the damage on that?
17.
17 damage, or you mean 7
Yes.
damage?
Well, because I
was-
did sharpshooter, which I take a minus 5 penalty to hit, and if I hit, I get a plus 10 bonus damage.
Wow. Rangers are cool. So that basilisk is already visibly
Right?
injured, and it has 2
Pop him in
arrows
the
sticking out of its shoulders, shoulder on its right shoulder, so your left.
That I don't think he has anything for a bonus action.
I swear,
don't
every time you guys always impress me with the ass whooping that you like unleash on these
Right.
things.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, and then with 30 something feet of movement. Yeah, 30. I'll move
Sure.
back. Well, Nim will move.
Yep, and each square is a true 5 foot, so you can use the squares as
so-
reference. Now keep in mind, if you're gonna move in the same square as somebody else, that will slow your movement for that square. So you might have to just step around, which is fine. I'll allow that. And so I already kind of labeled each of you with a number, so I'm gonna do a public roll on this
Sick.
to see who's getting the first basilisk. So I'm going to use the basilisk on the right first. So that will be 1d6. And right now Nim is concealed. So
Nice.
it's going to be one of the other of you. So that one's actually going to be Artemis, unfortunately. So what Artemis
no.
is going to do is Artemis has a locked... well, the basilisk is looking at Artemis. Or when Artemis turned around when these creatures climbed over, he didn't know what was climbing behind him. So he must make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw right now.
Not too bad.
How do I do that? Do I just click Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, so it would be
I'll
Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Dang.
fuck you and
Okay.
fuck your stone. You're gonna get stoned
Man.
yourself. That's a natural 20 there.
And hold up a mirror to that sucker. Christ.
Yeah, so he's perfectly safe.
Like
The
a little
basilisk.
pocket
Let me check the movement speed here. Okay,
Just like,
basilisk moves forward.
man, that's like
Kind of sad. My mirror is
only
is
thing I
bad.
could feel about that is I'm gonna pay you $5 to fuck off.
So the basilisk moves with surprising speed for its size, but still not necessarily as fast as you could run, you feel. You all kind of sense this. The basilisk makes an attack toward Artemis, so I'm going to make the attack roll, and you can tell me whether or not it hits with his AC.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to hit. This is a 22.
Yeah, no, that hit.
Cutting words.
Right, so this is going to be 2d6 plus 3, plus poison. So first I'm going to roll the 2d6 plus 3 publicly, so it'll be
Well, what's
2d6
what's
plus
Artemis's
3.
AC?
14.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be
So
like cutting
first-
words because you can do
so
that.
First he's taking 7 piercing damage, So the
Okay.
basilisk, we're gonna say it slashes him with his claw, and then he's gonna take poison damage with poison claws. Because this thing is sort of like, think of a Komodo dragon where there's so much their claws
Yes.
are always in their mouth and things like that. It's just right. So we're gonna do 2d6 plus. Sorry, 2d6 for poison. I'm gonna roll that next. 2d6, and that's another 7 poison. That's a pretty significant. Next we have, who's next? Another basilisk actually. I'm gonna do the same thing again. I already have numbers assigned to each of you, sort of left to right, starting with Cedric. So I'm gonna roll 6, and Nim is concealed here from its view. This is gonna be the basilisk all the way on the left. So I'm gonna make a roll to see who is gonna be gazed at.
One of the not spell.
So that would be Sandro this time. He's sort of peeking over through Artemis. That's Sandro. So Andrew's going to do a Constitution saving throw. Does he have a good Constitution? I don't know. Let's see what he gets.
Thank you. Pretty beat.
Basilisk gazes upon him.
Pretty good.
Who's rolling that? 10? Okay.
Wait.
So this is what happens. So it's not as simple as he's him turning to stone, but he feels the magic overtaking him, and he begins to kind of feel it changing him and his skin and everything inside of him, his organs. So on this turn, it is affecting him, and we're going to see what happens on his turn. And next, who is it? Next we have Falminar's turn.
That's from up.
Motherfucker, go hit him with that axe. I'm gonna run up on this man's right here. Get him
Smack a heretic.
1-2.
Spicy.
Okay, so first one hits, matches AC. Second one hits. So let's see, we're taking 22 damage here in total, right? Let me see here. This first basilisk is down already. It is down. I'm telling you, you guys pack more of a punch than you realize, really. So that thing, you slash it straight in the side of its face. Right side, left side, down.
Freaking Kool-Aid man, that sucker.
It is down. It is down.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a death token for basilisk. Forgive me.
Oh yeah.
Put no pants man down. Come on.
No.
No pants man.
No. Pants are included
Or
in this
commando.
session. Next we have Artemis's turn.
Oh, it's Artemis's turn. Okay.
It is
All right.
Artemis's turn.
So the let's see. All right, on the center one, he's gonna do. Wait, let me see what. Okay.
Great blood.
I'm gonna do that for now. That's actually pretty cool.
Hellish rebuke. Hellish rebuke on this one.
All right.
So you
So
can't do that because you haven't.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, so that's not like when someone hits you. It's basically a no.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with parts, so disregard that, I guess.
mhm.
Vicious mockery.
When I said that sound.
You couldn't get stoned in Berkeley, California. Well, no, that wouldn't work.
So do you have to now remind me? Does the creature have to share a language for vicious mockery?
Mhm.
I don't think it does, right?
No.
So what is it? It's just a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
doing that now. This creature actually
When
gets
you-
a -1 on its roll, so it will be. Oh my god! It rolled a 20, so 19 total. It
Christ.
is it half the damage on this, or is it 0 damage?
No, that's just for the disadvantage.
Okay, so it takes
I think.
no damage from it. You see the creature just completely ignore. It's just
I think
prowling.
it does take damage. Just might not have.
I'll
the
Google it. I'll Google it. 5e.
I know one of them can qualify.
Vicious mockery.
When you try to turn something into stone, it turns into clay.
Wow, savage. Can't believe you do that.
You couldn't get Lorien in the middle of a tavern
So
full of
it-
nubile young women and men hard.
It completely ignores all the effects and damage.
Oh
So,
man.
Next we have Cedric's move.
Oh, it's my turn? Oh, no. So caught up in other characters, I'm not ready for my own.
Oh shit, Artemis can cast heal.
Can't. Lava.
I didn't realize that.
Hey.
Probably should have healed himself on that.
I didn't realize, but what if you guys turns to stone? I can meld into you. Good idea.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
Lauren probably be into it, but
Well. Okay.
I'm sorry, what were you doing? What's happening?
I'm still thinking.
No problem.
oh, I've got to apologize to Archimus for playing his character so badly. I'll learn though. I'll learn.
I would recommend maybe moving him to safety after, but too late.
I mean, you could. I haven't gone.
That's true. I'm gonna back him up because he's
That's
not
fine.
a frontline boy.
That's about as far as you can
Line.
get.
Let's. You do that. Okay. Relentingly. The words are hard. Relentingly.
You know, I
Relentlessly?
realized I'm actually doing some of the petrifying gaze incorrectly. It's more so at the beginning of the player's turn. So Sandro, we're going to say that that roll already happened. But Cedric, technically at the beginning of your turn, the Basilisk can make this decision. So you're going to have to make a Constitution saving throw. I should have been doing it on each of your turns actually. So, okay,
Nice.
you're safe. You're safe. You're safe. Continue.
Woo! Not gonna die. Not today, sucker. Alright, yeah, sure. Damn it. Words are hard.
Relentless.
Relentingly, I'll take off my glove and do, call lightning. Probably centered around, like, 50-foot radius.
They're all about 10 feet from each other. The
Yeah,
remaining
I
two.
guess
So-
that way I guess,
And there's only 2 of them alive, so.
yeah, I don't really have many options.
So what's the blast radius of that? Is it 5 feet?
So here's a point. Well, initially
it's-
it just makes a cloud around this whole general, and then I
It's a
pick
60
up,
foot. Sorry, go ahead.
but then I pick I pick a spot for a lightning bolt to hit, and then that's so it'll hit right there. And then everything with 5 feet at that point rolls a deck.
Pulling it up. Okay. Storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius centered on a point you can see 100 feet directly above you. If the spell fails if you can't see a point in the air where the storm cloud could appear. So you can see, you're on the mountaintop, by the edge of a mountain. When you cast a spell, you choose a point with range, a bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud point. Each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw. A creature takes 3d10 on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Okay, so go ahead and... Are you casting that?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I'd probably actually click it.
On each of your turns, I suppose, you can
There we
use your action to call it in this way again, targeting the same point. Man, some of these druid spells, man. Whew.
Druids
Yeah,
have some
so,
nasty spells.
Oh yeah, druids are great. I love druids.
So I'm gonna do the dexterity now. This one is a 16. What is the save for that?
16.
Is it your 16? Okay.
Man.
So that means that one is safe. This one is not safe. So this one is going to take full 3d10. I'll roll that here.
The one that fails takes 24 damage, and the one that succeeds takes half.
24, you said?
Yeah.
24 to 1 and 12.
Lightning
Okay.
bolt.
Next
And there-
we have so Falmer,
Wait.
I was supposed to do petrification roll, so roll a constitution saving throw for you, Falmer.
Okay.
Before my turn is over, I'm gonna do the shillelagh on mistake.
Yeah, you're fine with constitution saving throw. I have a feeling you have a high constitution, I don't even know. Yeah, go ahead and do shillelagh if it's a whatever half action.
It's a
or whatever
bonus
it's called.
action.
Bonus action, yep. And then next we have Sandro, which technically we're gonna say he already did that roll, and that's why he's in the process of petrifying. It's a little more complicated than that. What would he like to do on his turn?
Okay. He's pretty beef boy. I'm just gonna be. How far has he got? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
He can run like 60 feet, can he?
Oh yeah, he can run. Well, does he exit? Can he smack a fool and then not have to worry about this?
Well, no, he would have to worry about unless he uses like I don't know if he has disengage. If he doesn't have disengage, he will.
Well, I know he has disengage, but I think
attack of opportunity.
mobile might give you.
Not sure. You have to look that one up.
Oh yes, he does. Ha. All right, so let's see. How far does he run? He's got 50 feet of movement.
So he'll have to run. He'll have to run at least 30 feet to get within hitting range of the basilisk.
Yeah, so up to there. Smack. How many key points does he have left?
I don't know.
No. Oh, he has 1. Gonna not do that. So just smack, and he's can say. Wait, so then no, that okay, yeah. So 2 smacks with the long sword, and then
He's using a longsword.
yeah, because he's can say.
Okay.
Then 1 punch for his bonus.
So
Okay, here.
I think there's some things he doesn't get bonuses on if he's using a weapon. I don't know how that works, but as a monk, I think there's certain bonuses you get when you're unarmed specifically. So you'll just have to make sure you do that correctly.
I think he has all this. Oh, that's longbow. He should have pick thing. Yes. So then long swad is 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
Okay, 5 damage.
Mhm.
Slashing if it's different. Slash again. 22 to hit.
That does hit.
Another 5. And then punch with bonus action. Smack a fool. 10.
So he punches it directly in the face, and his fist bounces straight off the scales of its nose.
Then he's gonna move back.
He's got about 15, 20 feet.
Like there.
Mm-hmm.
There. Gotta worry
Okay.
about.
Next we have a basilisk's turn. This basilisk's turn. And you know what? You guys are lucky. I should have been doing multiple basilisk petrifying gazes, which we're going to start doing properly next turn.
Oh no.
5, 10, 15, 20. And we are doing... This is a attack. We're going to see... I have no idea what his AC is, but this rolls a 21 to attack. I'm assuming that hits. Yeah. So I'm gonna roll the damage right here. This is a / roll. So first the physical piercing is 2d6. Now this one's gonna be a bite. 2d6 plus 3. Then we're gonna do poison of. That's 2d6. 2d6. We take 6 physical piercing and 3 poison.
Okay. There we go.
Next we have Lorian's move.
All right. Do I see that Sandra's turning into stone, or not?
You do not. You do not.
Okay.
I mean, actually, make an insight roll, please.
Okay.
Are you dying?
You see that Sandro is he's moving just as quickly as he normally moves, but you see an expression on his face that is of concern, considering he's usually very calm-headed and is used to meditation. Perhaps it's a feeling that he's never experienced before. That's what you read on his face.
That's probably that would cause me concern, but it's probably not quite enough to go by, I would say.
Because you would always see Sandro as someone who's very calm of mind.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I can talk. You okay, Sandro?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I
Okay.
don't know how you would react to this.
Okay.
We'll
Which
chalk it
of
up to
these?
him moving in combat, sort of, kind of gives you a
Yeah.
shrug, sort of, as he moves, body language.
What's which of these looks more fucked up?
You cannot tell. But
Okay, well then I'm gonna.
you did see this one take 2 strikes from Falminar. You did see that.
That's true. Well, okay then. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I'm gonna firebolt this boy.
That's successful. Which one? The right or left one?
The,
I didn't see.
this one.
Okay.
The left one.
That is successful. Okay. Actually, yeah. Make 2 Constitution saving throws, Ev. 2 basilisks. Actually, make 1. Only 1. Only 1. No, yeah, you're
Well,
fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine either way.
Fuck.
You're fine. You're fine.
So we all have to do saving throws every single time. Damn.
But you only had to do 1. I will say out of character that the other one was too far away to have an effective gaze. It's the way their eyes actually work. Like, literally the biology and magic of their eyes. There's like a limitation on that. Okay, so next we have Reslin. It is your... No, sorry. Yeah, no, Reslin. Reslin, your move. Reslin, make 1 Constitution saving throw at the beginning of your turn.
One
Thisla? Yeah.
save.
That's correct. So the Basilisk is locking eyes with you, and you are actually okay. You're okay with that. Now you can do as you please.
Nope. Sorry for my dog in the background, if you can hear that.
That's alright.
I don't know what other ones I can do other than burning hand. Oh, did I click that on accident? I didn't mean to. I was reading it. It doesn't even tell me what that is.
So yeah, you don't really have a whole lot in terms of damage.
I guess I just will do another one again.
Yeah, you can see. If you wanted to, you could get like right up here, and then you could probably hit both, but then you might get smacked.
One of those is
Yeah,
dead.
I don't. I'm gonna just bit to
Blade Ward.
distance
So
attack.
what Blade Ward does is
Oh.
it actually, let's see, it actually protects you against bludgeoning,
Gives
piercing,
you
and slashing,
resistance.
which is fine because these I'll let in character you know that these actually do piercing damage. So this would somewhat is it resistance? It's resistance, right?
Yeah, they give you resistance.
Okay, so that's fine. You have resistance to piercing attacks, which is what these things do. If one comes up and bites you, you'll have resistance on that damage.
I don't know if that's what she was trying.
So, Reslin, your baby basilisk is trembling in fear and is not running away from you as it often does. It is holding closely to the inside of your bag.
Protect.
It is more terrified than you've ever seen it before. And you've only seen it for a couple hours now, but it is absolutely terrified of its own kind. Now we have Nimlawe. Cedric, you can control him from now.
Oh yeah. All right. Do I have easy line of sight? I do. Fantastic.
A bad roll could indeed attack Lorien.
I have.
You do have movement. You do have movement, though.
That's true. I can. 1, 2, 3. Center to there. I mean, yeah, that. Or I could just 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. And then shoot the one in the back.
That's valid.
A regular oath bow. 14 to hit.
That bounces off the scales of the creature.
Do another one. Pew. Not good. Not one.
Steve?
Sorry, can you hear me now? My
Yeah.
mic was having a problem. I said, so both of those actually, so the second one actually soars over the creature. And I said, if you'd like to do anything else with your movement, you can. With the remaining movement. I think you have a little bit left.
Ooh.
Okay. No, I totally forgot. Make 2 Constitution saving throws for her, please.
Oh wait, no, Nim didn't make.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
2 or 1? Because Nim was like way back there.
We'll do one. We'll do one. We'll do one. She's fine. She's fine.
I'll.
Next, we have this basilisk over here.
Heretic. Oh no. Whatever shall I do?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh,
That did not mean to go on the floor, but it did, and I'm going to count it. And it tries to bite you, but it falls short as you lean back.
nice.
Assuming your AC is better than 9, which I think it is.
Yes.
And then it is the other basilisk's turn here. This one strikes at Sandro.
Heretic.
That is a 19 total.
Ah, dang.
Sorry, 21.
Magic
I did
face.
my math wrong. Bad math.
well,
20.
yeah,
20. So I'm just gonna hit. Let me pull out my basilisk info. It's 1d6 of piercing. Plus 3. 1d6 plus 3 of piercing. And then 1d6 of poison. Roll 20 is rolling it. There we go. That's a total of 10 damage.
Not doing it.
And next we have Artemis's move. Oh, I
Artemis's
forgot.
move.
I forgot. At the end of Sandra's turn, he has to make a Constitution saving throw, which will determine whether or not he. Okay, so he turns to stone.
Oh, no.
Damn.
And how about Artemis with a 13?
Artemis is fine, but he has to make 2 rolls. Make one more for him.
Oh, okay.
And he's here.
Ooh!
Artemis is
Uh-oh.
indeed here. Hey,
Artemis,
Oh,
Artemis,
my, okay.
Artemis begins to feel his body slowly changing.
Sorry, hellish rebuke on that
I'm
creature.
gonna look that up.
petrified
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, because I know if it is an attack directed at me, you can, as long as it hits.
Let me see. I'm pulling them now. That damaged you. So we're not going to qualify that as damage. However, you were.
Okay,
Was
that's
he
fine.
damaged last turn? Was he damaged last turn?
Yeah.
Ralph?
But that one's already.
That one's dead. So
Okay, so yeah,
cannot
you're
cast.
gonna. It's gonna have to be some form of damage. This is not technically qualified as damage. It's transmutation magic.
okay, then yes, that would hellish rebuke will not work.
Right. So
He
Sandra
got
is now
shattered
stone. Now whose turn is it? It's Artemis's turn, right?
Okay. So Sandra's turned to stone.
Yes.
Let me see if I can't really fiddle between the gray lines of shatter here, because if I'm correct, it is a.
Yeah, you don't want to shatter Sandro.
No,
Not doing too hot.
it is. I'm looking for.
Very hurt. On top of the stone.
The range is 60 feet.
Ooh.
And I'm trying to see each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere.
So you could. I mean, yeah, you could
So
do like those 4 squares and it wouldn't hit.
I could probably
You could
hit. I'm trying to hit.
Shatter in
No.
the ass.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
bother
I
about
might just have to
the
cast Shatter on its ass to hit.
No, don't worry
all of
about the
these.
distance the arrow says. It's the squares.
How much are the squares?
5 feet each.
5 feet each. Okay. Then I
Yeah.
could definitely cast it right here, and this would cover 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, and that wouldn't hit Sandro. Okay, then I'm gonna cast Shattered Center on right here, so it connects with all the 2 currently alive basilisks.
I'm pulling that spell up. So, loud ringing noise. Each creature within 10 foot
Yeah.
radius must constitute a saving throw. Creature takes 3d8 thunder on failed or half as much on a successful. Now,
Ooh, I can cast this as a 3rd level.
now I will say, a creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or other metal has disadvantage on saving throw. A non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried takes damage in a spell. Yeah, go ahead, cast it.
Okay, I'm gonna cast that level 3, and I'll use up my level 3 spell slot. My
Okay.
last one.
Might as well go out with a bang.
Right.
That is painfully low.
Oy
Wow.
vey.
Oh wow, 2 1s.
Hmm,
That sucks.
So,
that hurts.
so
Not what you
we're in an interesting situation here, which sometimes D&D throws interesting situations. Because technically a creature quote unquote made of stone has
It's not-
disadvantage on
Not
shatter.
hitting Sandra.
But I think he's immune to certain damages, correct? When turned to stone?
Yeah, immune to, I think, poison, disease, and something else. And then he's resistant to all damage.
Okay. So what's going to happen is, so those are the attack rolls, right? 6 and 7? Or what is that?
That's the damage.
7 is the damage.
Okay. So I'm going to make the
6
Constitution saving throws right now.
Wait, 6 and 7.
You add them
Okay.
together.
You add them together? Okay.
First one. What is the DC for that? What do I have to...
14 con.
Okay. The Basilisk on the left failed. Basilisk on the right failed. So
Oh, man.
they're taking... Is that a total of... They're taking a total of 15.
7 damage.
13.
Right? 13, sorry. Okay. It's actually not bad.
Real quick, who is this?
Was that? That's the jester.
That's
we
a
were last
jester.
Oh, great.
night. That's the jester that was in there.
Jester gnome with the rot.
Additionally,
yeah,
additionally, the shatter does no physical damage to Sandra, but it knocks his stone form on its back.
Okay.
I
Next
hope he
we
takes
have-
it.
I thought he was
wasn't
out of
in range.
range of that spell.
It probably wasn't like. I think it's just that like he wasn't close enough to take damage. It just
Scattered,
kind of,
yeah, it does not take damage, but it is...
It's
It
kinda
will
knocked
push
out.
the snow back. It has a knockback effect. Like,
Oh,
it'll
okay.
push snow and everything like that back. So still...
Especially on certain like solid objects that reverberate
like
stuff.
you don't have very good balance when you're made of. So he's
Okay.
probably like in his,
Shatter still releases a shockwave.
Cedric, make 2 Constitution saving throws, please.
okay.
I know wizards. I mean, druids have pretty high wisdom overall, so I think you're gonna be pretty
Wisdom.
decent.
I'm making wisdom saves.
Sorry, Constitution. What am I saying? Constitution. Yeah, Constitution. I don't know why I'm saying wisdom.
Sometimes have good con.
I've got way too many numbers flying around my head right now.
Okay, first one. Okay, 15. Cool. Second one. Damn.
The second one makes you feel like something you've never felt is changing in your body.
All right. Well, I'm pissed. All right. Let's make another lightning bolt right there. They both roll
That is-
again.
That is doable. What level spell is that?
Third.
Okay. And you have those slots, right?
Well, it's concentration.
You can. Well, can you move the location? Because they moved forward, both of them, from their original location.
It's every single time a lightning bolt shoots down.
It's a different location he can choose, right?
Yeah.
Within 100 foot. Was it 100 foot radius? Was it or something like that?
6-foot radius, so it's like
60
covering
foot. Okay.
the entire.
Okay, that's a dex save, right? Just remind me.
Yeah.
Okay. First one is a 18. Second one is a 13. Does this-
First one fail. First one succeeds. Second one. 10 damage for the fail.
5
So-
damage and 10 damage.
Okay.
And then for my bonus action, since I technically didn't cast a spell this turn, I'm going to do. Oh, there we go. I'm going with my last second level spell. I'm going to cast Healing Spirit. Oh wait, no, that's also damn concentration. Never mind.
Can
Well,
you smack with your shillelagh with as a bonus action or no? That's
That would break his concentration. I think the concentration was already a full action, was it? I don't know.
yeah. Well, concentration. If I cast another spell, that takes concentration. But I have Warcaster, so I can smack people and be.
You might cut out. What was that? What are you doing?
I have Warcaster, so if I can smack a fool and be okay. But
As
I
long as
don't.
the spell was cast
yeah,
on a
'cause it's
previous turn,
bonus
is that? Right. I think you might be dried out on actions, but you still have movement. However, if you move away, you will be attacked with an attack of opportunity.
Let's see. Does this take? Assuming this takes. On each of your turns until the spell ends, you can use your action. Less fun. What do I got? I don't think. Who's near me?
Sandro, who's turned to stone and laying on his back, and Lorian, who's about 10.5 feet away. Or 10 and like 12 feet away. Falminar, who's about 15 to 20 feet away.
I'll chill here, and then bonus action. Nope, that's also I am ready.
You're all set? Okay.
That's all I got.
We have this Basilisk's turn. It's going to turn and attack Falmanar, who's very well armored.
Oh
And,
yeah.
He bites you directly on the chest, but your armor protects all of it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that armor is just juicy. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's some good armor.
Fucking plate or something. Is beef.
It's a dragon scale mail.
It's still beef.
You
It's not
have an
plate.
AC of like 20. You freaking beef.
Next, it is Lorraine's turn.
I'm
Two
gonna-
Constitution saving throws.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Shoot him in the eyeballs.
You are safe on both. You notice nothing
good.
different about you, even though you accidentally glanced at the basilisks as you ran.
I move up to this direction and I have 4 stone of flesh scrolls, so I use one on Sandro. And then I run back over to here.
How much
So-
of me is turned to stone?
So I'm gonna have you use your whole turn to read that scroll. The rest of your turn.
Oh,
But
okay.
it is indeed turning him back.
Yeah.
By the time it's Sandra's turn, it should be just finalizing.
Kickflip.
Next we have that will be Resilient's turn.
Fireball.
So Dissa, it is now your move.
What was that?
It is your move right now.
Mhm.
I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws. One.
Two?
The other one's a little
Okay.
far. You're safe again.
Okay. Can I attack it?
You can. Depends what weapon or spell you'd like to use.
Burning hands or daggers, but I don't want to risk going close because
Could probably move up here.
Make an insight roll, please.
okay. Heck.
Okay. So Falmanar and you see that the basilisk right in front of Falmanar here is very injured. Very injured.
I could smack the fuck out of it, right? Or is it not my turn?
Not your turn yet.
It's still
Oh,
Dissa's turn.
yeah. Alright.
It is extremely injured Dissa. It's almost delirious with pain and injury.
Wait, what?
So this basilisk in front of Falmanar
Yeah.
is extremely injured, and you can still see little sparks of electricity soaring through it from Cedric's lightning spell.
The big.
You literally have to blow on it and it will keel over and die.
And I'll
Go
use.
slap it.
How far away am I from it? Do I have to move to get closer?
You do have
If
to.
I
You
didn't-
have. It takes
Yeah.
about 25 feet to get there. So you gotta
Yeah.
move up to it to get there.
Okay, well then yeah, I'll move to get there.
Okay. What would you like to do when you get there?
The burning hands.
Okay. If you have another spell slot, which I believe you do.
Oh heck.
Here. Could hit both of them. And
So
build it, right?
regardless, well, you have to be over here so you don't hurt Falmanar. Regardless of its dexterity save, it dies. It had 1 HP left, you guys.
Oh.
At 1 HP. You literally go up and punch it and it would.
I could have cast Vicious Mockery and it would have exploded.
That was amazing.
So this one is it
Die.
is actually on fire and charred.
Oh my god.
The other one is just pooling in blood. The other
We
one
haven't
is
passed on this tonight,
alive.
baby.
Next it is Nimlalwe's turn. Nimlalwe has to start her turn with a Constitution saving throw, just one.
Is someone currently simming her?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cedricus. She's fine with that roll, and you can continue
Alright.
with the turn.
I think that's. Yeah, I think Oath goes on. So, let's do this. And. Oath bow. Pew! Man.
Oh,
Cedric, make a dexterity saving throw.
I am
no.
okay at those. But I. No, I didn't cast. I am okay at them. Damn.
Oh no.
1d6. I'll roll it for you.
Oh no, poor boy.
That nicks you just barely.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
4 damage from an arrow. And Nim is just surprised at herself.
Alright, you know what? Freaking screw it. We're going. This is a terrible idea, but sharpshooter. Why the hell not? Chip. Pew! Oh, 20. No, not
She had
20.
to prove herself.
17
So where on the body are you aiming with that?
Oh, who's?
in the freaking eyeballs.
Interesting choice. Make the damage roll.
I'll be right back real quick.
This
One
will
sec.
be a beefy damn.
Okay.
19.
Okay, so when this happens, Cedric, I would like you to make an Arcana and an Intelligence roll, please, as this happens in front of you, because you're witnessing this.
Either of those I'm particularly kinda okay
Nice.
and intelligent. Less
Okay.
okay.
So you
Interesting.
know,
For the wrong-
because you often harvest things from nature, like plants or hide and fur, and you don't know too much about how this works, but you know that much of the magic that turns people to stone is from the basilisk's eyes. You know that the basilisk that was slashed in the face by Falminar is completely torn up. You know that the other one's face is completely on fire, and you see an arrow fly straight through the eye of this one. It is still alive and fighting, although writhing in pain. It has one remaining eye that you think might be worth salvaging from the body should you defeat this beast.
Okay. I know exactly what it is. I have no idea why, but I
You-
like.
you
how
think
it
you-
works. I don't know.
with your-
I know what
with
it
the-
does.
You think that it might be worth salvaging, as you've done things like that. So the eye might be the one remaining eye of the 6 eyes that were destroyed.
Right,
And now
the
it's
one
whose turn it is. Now it is Falminar's move. Falminar, you make 1 Constitution saving throw before you. I'm sorry, no. It's the Basilisk's turn. My mistake.
Hit me, I dare you.
Oh,
It actually is going to attempt.
I dare
do
you.
so.
Do it. Hit me.
That is a 21. I don't know why I keep getting high rolls. It's a 21.
Okay, well it hit.
Okay, let me do the rolls. So the first piercing damage, 1d6 plus 3, and then poison. That is 12
I'm gonna-
damage in total.
Okay, so 12, half 10. Gotta make a con save.
And then Falminar makes the con
Oh, wait,
save.
that's not that one. Yeah, I'm fine. So spells up. We good. Lightning is.
Alright, Falminar. You're fine. You're fine. It's your move.
All right, and we're gonna fucking.
Oh, I have to give her the audience roll. She joined. Okay.
It's
Give it
fair.
the good old 1-2. Ah, that first one definitely didn't hit.
That one misses, but you're like, all right, I ain't messing around. Keep the eyeball. Make sure that's not. Or did. You know what I'm saying?
I think the other eyeball's on the other side of the head anyway, so it's unlikely
Probably.
to get hit.
Double down on that one eyeball.
I'm sorry, guys. I was distracted in real life. You're slashing twice, correct? Okay, the first one.
Yep. Misses.
The first one just misses, and the second one does indeed slash. You can see that the creature is very badly injured. Archimus, you can make your move. At the end of your turn, you can make the Constitution.
Okay, how am I looking in terms of stone? How much of me is stone? How much of me is still fleshy inside?
We'll make,
Make
make an intelligence roll first.
Okay.
Try his deck save. Plot
Intelligence.
arrows in the
Not bad.
shin.
That's not great.
So you're a smart guy, and you saw that Sandro turned to stone. You understand that basilisks turn people to stone, even you know very little of their nature, and you know that something very strange is happening to your body, but it's not impeding your movement or anything. You just know that it is very alarming and is affecting your entire body. So you predict that you are indeed in the process of turning to stone. You have a full turn. You have all your movement and actions on this turn.
I still have 3 second level spells, and one of those is still Shatter. So I'll cast that as a second level, centered in the middle of the basilisk, more towards his tail, so that still won't hit anyone.
If it's a projectile attack, that's always a danger because there's a lot of people in front of you between you and the basilisk. But if
It
it's
is not a
pro-
projectile.
Oh, then no worries.
I'm using Shatter again.
Got it.
Same one I used last
Wait,
time.
Remind me, is the range 5 feet, 10 feet? What is the range on that attack?
The range of casting
Or
is
the
60 feet.
I'm sorry. The radius of the.
The radius is a 10-foot sphere.
That will likely. That'll affect Falmanar.
If he does it back here,
If he does it here,
like if he centers it on here, it's a 10-foot radius.
Is your casting
only goes-
is your casting charisma for that? What is your casting? What is it that?
like he could
dictates your
center it.
casting?
He could center it like
I'm gonna
here.
have him roll for the accuracy of that. What is your casting?
I'm pretty sure my casting is charisma, as my charisma is 16.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you roll for the accuracy of where it's dropping, because there's a lot of things between you and that.
Can you roll his spell attack modifier?
So that'll be a charisma roll, and then
I'll cast it, and then I will cast my charisma.
Excellent. So it hits exactly where you want it to hit. We're gonna do. What was it? Was it a Constitution saving throw? For the creature?
Constitution saving throw of 14.
It takes half, but even half is enough to fell the creature. The creature is indeed felled. Now, at the end of your turn, make a Constitution saving throw to follow up with
Okay.
all that's been
But
done.
it maybe.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh no!
And you turn to stone.
It's a double whammy.
Okay, I use another stoned flesh scroll on
And
him.
I don't feel so
Sandro turns back, and so does Artemis with those spells. Make sure to erase those scrolls
did,
from your
yep.
inventory.
Alright, I'm gonna rapidly rub my purple face after getting out of my stone prison.
Is anybody
that's
else
terrible.
turning into stone?
I don't feel so good right now. Either way, I'm a cast. What was the thing I wanted to cast? Where is it?
I
Where
forget.
is it?
Cedric, you never failed the Constitution save, did you?
Failed one last.
Oh, you did. So make a roll right now.
It would be at the end of my turn.
The turns are over
we're
now.
We're no longer in the initiative order.
I'm still casting. Con save. Cool.
You do not turn to stone.
Nice.
You feel your body resist your druidic blood.
Never mind. We're
resist.
good. I mean, aside from the pain, but you know, not going rockman. Either way, I'm gonna cast Healing Spirit with my last 2nd level spell slot, and we can just rotate out and get. Was that 10? Where is it? What's the
Yeah, Archivist,
10d6 healing?
Archivist is pretty hurt, so you probably want to come over to them.
How many d6?
10d6 for everyone.
Okay.
Some spicy heals.
That for every. Okay.
Yeah, the spell is freaking
10d6.
broken.
It's 3,
Still
4.
Oh, hey, I healed my two
Right, you healed your 2.
points of damage that I've been
I
rocking
didn't
for a
even-
while
did
now.
it slash roll?
You just had a paper cut on you for the past day.
You see
All
that
the
you're
whole-
not far from the peak of this mountain, and you see that the creatures themselves, the basilisks, have nothing of value on them, other than what Cedric noticed was one eye may be worth keeping to at least study or something like that. You also see that the magically projected image of Dirnor is no longer there, and throughout the fight, the image of him was gone. You see that there are a few stone steps over here, which lead up to the very peak of the mountain. And then you hear from below.
Is it safe up there now? Can I join you guys?
Yeah,
Probably.
come on up.
I want the eyeball.
What happened? I heard a lot of clamor.
Take a while again.
Big bad lizards go zappy zap with eyes, much stone, and biting. Dead now.
This is how you play Barbarian.
I knew you were grand heroes, but I didn't know you could kill 3 basilisks so quickly.
Well, we're cranky. We haven't had sleep in a while, so
You see him try to make his way down the edge here, and in a very sickly manner stumble to the ground, but he's not injured. You can see that the rot is beginning to take hold on his dexterity.
I don't got anything else for it.
We have to get
Eat
you
all the-
help.
You ate all the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Has there been a minute since, like, within a minute of the fight ending, has he come up?
It's
Like-
been about 5 to 10
Actually-
minutes now since the last
Okay.
creature has fallen.
Don't you have any dried ice table mushroom still?
I don't know if that. I mean, either way, we don't have any giant's blood.
Oh,
And
that's
it
true.
needs to be fresh giant blood, as far as we know.
That's true.
What was that? What was the giant's name?
Oh, fuck.
Giant's name, I can tell you the giant's name. One moment. Giant's name, going through my notes. Akos.
It's like turn around. Akos.
You hear nothing. The wind takes your voice and you remember that you are miles away through the mountains from where you last saw him.
Yeah. See, we got a.
You see that the jester is not very concerned about his sickness, at least less so than most people you've come across with the rot. But he is eyeing the peak of the mountain frequently. And you do recall that he said that time is of the essence and that he does have a way to get back on the Epsilon with his little bag of mysterious blue powder.
Well, I'm gonna get my eyeball from that basilisk.
Yes, make a... We'll do sleight of hand for you to carve it out without damaging it. It's the left eye, or the creature's right eye.
Would I do survival?
You can do survival roll, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, much rather take that.
Do you have a dagger or something like that? A
I
tool
do.
that you can use? Okay. You take it out with no damage to the eye whatsoever. Do you have a place to keep it without...
I do. I have like little vial.
Well, it
Like
won't fit in a vial, but if you have a pouch or anything like
I got
that,
like
that'll-
flask. Pouches.
It won't
Stuff
fit
for
in
this
it won't fit in a flask, but if you have a pouch or something, sure.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Then you
That's
can
a
put it there.
big eye. It
safely.
didn't go fit in.
That's
a
fine.
Fat eye.
It doesn't need to
Well,
be
look how
included or
big these
anything.
things are. Yeah.
Okay.
This is big. All right. We
Um,
can either take a nap in the guy will
No.
most likely die. What? Or we can go now, meet the gnome.
Let's go.
Okay.
This
I,
is no
um,
place to take a nap anyway.
I very briefly locked myself out of my room.
Oh,
Oh god.
welcome back.
The way my I have like a lock on the side of my doorknob, so whenever I grab with my fat ass hands, I push the lock down.
Oh my god.
So I I should have opened my door to it open. I was like, well, that's unfortunate. Oh,
Oh.
Huh?
That's not ominous
That's
at all.
that's not there yet. Sorry guys.
That's not
supposed
supposed to be
to
there.
that's not supposed to be there. However,
I happen to see it
Um,
off in the distance.
this is the very peak of this particular mountain. There's many mountain peaks around you can see for miles. And I'm also supposed to grab that gnome. Let me get his little fucking token. 1 second.
This turn order thing is covering everything.
Oh, I just shoved it off the side.
You can
There
you
remove it or do as you please.
Shove it in a corner.
Do I happen to see anything with passively?
You just see the peak of the mountain. You see that it's partly cloudy, very windy.
oh, so we're kind
I'm
of up
gonna
top.
It's cold.
It is
I'm gonna
cold.
That's it.
try to help the gnome jester.
How so?
Make sure your face is covered.
Oh yeah. Well, his face is covered. But
not
it's
taking
just kind of put a hand on him, support him from behind while he walks, to try to help him get up the.
I would recommend your tensor
stairs.
splitting disc, but we can't do that.
Make
Why
an
not?
insight. Make an insight when you do that.
Yeah.
You can see a smile in the creases of his eyes as his nose and mouth are covered by his cloth. He's grateful. And he is amused as he takes his bag of blue powder out and says,
It is awfully cold up here. We should make a fire and wait. It is necessary to bring the Epsilon this way.
Fire. We
All
can't
right.
control any of our token, or at least I.
I can control mine.
I will work on that. My apologies.
Fine.
That was not meant to do that. There we go. Valminar. Next we will do
Whoops.
Lorian. Is this Lorian or is this Cedric? This one is Lorian.
This is me. I can control
You
myself.
can control yours.
I can control myself as well.
Yeah, I think I just can't control.
Yeah, it's yours. I'll fix yours.
I guess I don't have that log anymore.
Okay, yours is fixed.
Ah, well-
Let me make sure Reslin's is okay. Reslin, make a perception roll, please. Thank
Okay.
you.
Perception roll. Where the heck is it?
I can control Resolent.
I know, I just made a mistake. I'm fixing that.
What
There we
the
go.
heck?
At least
Yeah.
that's not as bad.
Oh lord.
You're just following the group at the moment and notice nothing interesting. Okay, so you do see these logs over here and a nice flat place over here, which is ideal for a campfire.
All right, let's get to work.
We need fire.
I can cast it on fire, no problem. Let's. I'm gonna help the jester get up.
He gets
To
up
this
with your help. It takes him about 4 or 5 minutes. Nothing too troublesome.
Does he have a
Um,
warm cloak or anything? Is he looking really cold?
I mean, he's got maybe 2 layers on. He's pretty chilly, especially because the rot even makes him a little bit
Okay.
anemic.
From my old cloak.
You would imagine.
I have like a couple of warm cloaks left, so
We just
So
like
who's
start-
in charge? Who's in charge of gathering the wood and sort of?
Yeah, I was about to say, Artemis will go gather the wood.
okay.
Okay.
In the meantime,
So I
I
think
would
that
like
would
to use
be.
my druid
here,
craft to make a fire. Actually, no, I can't do both. Produce flame, I can. I do fire thing. A hand. I'd have to concentrate on. Can't do much. We can stay warm while they get wood. Oh, if we don't freeze to death. This is cold.
Oh.
I don't want all y'all freezing. Ain't good.
I need to sing campfire songs. It's a must.
See,
Like
alright.
Okay. So you said you're gonna light that up, yeah?
Yeah, produce flame. Fire.
Okay. So
Whoosh.
that should make it pretty easy for you to like light the kindling then, yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
And if
So-
not, I could always firebolt it.
You see
Fireball.
the blue gnome hobble over in his sickened state and without saying a word dump the contents of his pouch into the flame. The blue powder drops into the flame and produces a large, thick plume of smoke that appears to ignore the wind and goes straight into the sky slowly, which is a very clear symbol to his people on the Epsilon. And he says that we need to wait here for a time, and they will undoubtedly see the plume of blue smoke. And so as you wait, is there anything that you would all like to do during this time? And you also get 1 hour of short rest as well.
It's enough for a short rest. We can get our stuff back.
So some of you have things that can recharge with 1 short rest, some of you do not. But if you do,
Yeah,
you may
I'll just,
recharge
like,
those
breathing.
things. I think sorceresses, so just I know you're very new to the game, so maybe someone can
Yeah.
help you in DMs or something, but I know sorceresses, I think, do get to replenish some spell
Yes,
slots with a
they
short rest.
replenish their spell shots on short rest. That's correct.
Right, yeah.
Don't I get like a couple?
Wizards and land druids do, but warlocks, or not warlock, sorcerers.
Artemis
Oh, I'm a
doesn't get
wizard.
any as a bard. He has to do a long rest for his
So
spells.
feel free, for those of you who are more experienced with that, the mechanics, feel free to DM those who are not, if you have any advice for them. In the meantime, you do see the skyship arrive.
Oh,
Dissa,
it's massive.
But Dissa, I will say though, your character Resolin, remember, she is a con artist by background, and she did forge her ticket, and they did catch her. This is the same ship. Is there anything you'd like to do during this hour? And then you do see it on the horizon moving very slowly toward you. It has a good 30 minutes to get to you. Do you have a disguise kit, you're a con artist, things like that. Is there anything
yeah,
you'd like to
I
do to kind of deal with this problem? There's many ways to go about this.
Yeah, I probably should use the kit.
So, while this is happening, while we're doing our short rest, I would like to question Resolins. So,
Ah,
what's
What?
going on with the? I already forgot what the name of the ship was.
The Epsilon.
Epsilon. So what's going on with the Epsilon?
I don't even
What
remember.
windows right now?
I don't even remember what's going on with
So
it.
out of character, I'm going to give you a really quick reminder. So your character ended up in these mountains because the gnomes that were flying this sky ship determined that
The
your
gnome?
ticket. Yeah, so gnomes are. They're like they're a short race of people, and they're particularly good with tinkering and creating some of the more advanced technology in the world, in this fantasy world, more so than even dwarves and things like that. So they have a very high-tech airship. It's essentially a dirigible. It runs on the power of crystals and things like that. They determined that your ticket was falsified, because normally a ticket could cost 2,000 gold or more per person, and you falsified yours with your ability to forge documents. And you knew that there was sort of an amateur archaeologist who was adventuring these mountains, and you took the first opportunity to escape the gnomes who determined your ticket was false by departing with him onto the mountains. That's how you found yourself here and ended up getting captured by the orcs. And the other guy died. So this is the same ship that you're planning on boarding. These are the people that you've conned with your ticket and were caught in your con. So right now you are trying to devise a plan to disguise yourself.
Okay.
Last time the gnome brought up, you were like, I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing's going on. I was onto your ways because I rolled like a 28 or something.
Would this be public knowledge to the party, or is this something
No.
that has not
she's
been
never said
explained to you?
anything about
Okay.
it.
This is
Okay.
this is only
Dude,
something that
I rolled a
Ruslan
nat
knows.
20.
Even the gnome doesn't know of this. He just knows he's just associated with the people on the Epsilon. They're very sort of high class. They're aristocrats. He has high friends.
So they would
and,
recognize her?
And they would. And just to fill in the rest of the party, this gnome is repaying the party with saying that he can talk his allies into a free ride for them all for us rescuing him from certain death and human sacrifice from this dungeon.
So, in other words, you should probably use your disguise kit. Try to disguise
Yeah,
yourself.
seems like
still
it.
It's like, so what's going on?
Yeah,
So it would
definitely.
take you about 20 or 30 minutes to put that all together. And what would you like to try to disguise yourself as? It has to be something that is of generally the same height. Doing something like a different race or a different gender
I was
would be a
gonna
little
say,
bit
like,
more
if
challenging.
Oh, really? Okay, never mind. Not human then, because she has horns, I guess. But, fuck. I don't know then. That doesn't really leave much of a
Well, on the bright side, tieflings are different color. They have different color skins, you know. Like for example,
she has darker skin.
Vault Boy is purple, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, Artemis is purple, right? And then there's some red ones. There's different colors.
Feasibly pull off a human because some tiefling.
I could wear like a hat.
She's got horns.
Thing. Probably you could cover it with like a hood.
I mean, you could.
Like a hood.
Well, she did pick up an entirely new set of clothes in the Belmar estate. So she has
There's that.
clothes.
Yeah, what do I have?
She's got a new dress, I think. She's got new fresh adventuring clothes, and she's got, I think, a new cloak which can cover the horns.
Okay, so I can wear a cloak and a dress, and that might look.
Yeah, you
But,
can.
but like I
Just,
said,
like,
you have a disguise kit which includes prosthetics and things like that, and you can change the color of your skin with makeup. You have a disguise kit in your
Do
inventory.
I
and
really want to go that crazy with it though?
That's up to you. That's up
If
to
you
you.
get caught, you might be fucked.
Do you want to go to jail and possibly die?
Or whatever
Not
gnomes.
really.
I don't know what they do. I don't know what gnomes do.
I don't either.
I don't know what gnomes do either, but can't we just kill them really fast since they're like midgets?
Well, considering they're our ticket out of here.
Oh my god, have you not been paying attention at all, Dissa?
No, I was AFK for a few minutes.
You
For
have.
a bit. I got back as soon as he
no
asked me to
spell
take
slots.
my turn.
So the question is, will you be using the disguise kit or just the clothes, or the disguise kit and the clothes?
Okay,
That's
I'll
the
use
question
like
right now.
this, guys.
Okay, and what are you going to do? Are you going to look like a different tiefling, or a different race, or a different gender? What is your plan?
Oh man, I don't know if I can pull off a different horns, but
You're darker skinned. You could pull off a dark skinned elf, which are definitely prominent. You could pull off a dark skinned human.
I mean, if you
I like a dark
change the color of her skin.
Yes, you could pull off.
yeah, we could do
Right,
the dark
you
elf.
could-
We could try that.
There are various parts of wigs and prosthetics, so you can try to be a drow, and with the hood can help cover the horns. So if you're going to go for a female drow, that's fine. You can totally go for that. So as you're doing this, Cedric does approach you and asks you what it is you're doing. So now you have to respond to him, should you choose
My
to.
lord, no, I don't want to.
Just silence.
I mean, he's-
Guys.
I would imagine he would be suspicious, but I'm not going to speak for him.
A girl of Not very many words.
Does disguise kit? Do you need to roll anything for that?
You do. I think various DMs do.
I only
Go
have
ahead.
one, and I got
You don't lose
a
the kit.
0.
Let's see.
Oh, you don't?
No, I would imagine a disguise kit would be performance.
That is a hard DC. Jeez.
What?
Well, because it's like its own check.
That's a good question, Artemis.
I was just thinking it'd be performance since you're actively like putting makeup on, changing.
I think I will indeed have her do performance. So to determine how good your disguise is overall, I'd like you to roll a performance check.
Oh Jesus.
I know
Okay.
the D in Xanathar's guy does plenty for a humanoid, but that seems rough.
13.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not the best disguise, but someone can stand about 10 feet away from you, and as long as you're not, and as long as they don't know you well enough, they aren't going to question you. We live in a world here with many different strange beings, magical creatures, lots of strange things. So overall, you're well enough to have a brief conversation from 10 to 15 feet away from somebody.
With Artemis having a disguise kit of himself, could he assist in this and try to make it look more convincing, especially coming from a performer background?
You could and give her advantage. Oh wait, I'm right next to her. I can just freaking...
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time? I was distracted. I apologize.
Artemis also he comes from a performance, a band background, and he also has a disguise kit of his own, so he has definitely done this before. Could I assist her with a roll of my own at all?
Yeah, go ahead and approach her in RP. And,
all right.
I mean, you might be curious as to why she's doing this, I would assume, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, tieflings aren't the most commonly accepted out of a lot of races because we're kind of demon children.
Inspiration point. I know you probably already have one, but right there you get an inspiration point for RPing as one tiefling might understand the struggles of another tiefling. So yeah, I don't know if you have an inspiration point. That's awesome.
I currently do not. I'll add one.
Oh, there you go. All right. So yeah, you go ahead and you help her with that. So in this situation, I believe it would be considered an advantage, right? If you're doing shared skill roll, right, Cedric?
Well, if they're assisting, they can either do their own roll or give the person they're helping advantage. Since he has his own.
I do have a +9 to my performance.
Yeah, I think if they're proficient in it, they can roll, and if they're not proficient, they can only give advantage.
So at this point, I'm going to just wipe the 13, and I'm going to let you guys make the decision moving forward now. So what would you guys like to do? So just to simplify, because I know you're new to the game and the mechanics, what Artemis is saying, as another tiefling, he understands your struggle. Sometimes tieflings are, like there's prejudice against them, because sometimes people see them as mischievous and whatnot. So what he's doing is he's sympathizing with you regardless of what it is you're doing. He doesn't know what you're doing, and he's offering to help you because he has the skill to help disguise you. So if you choose to let him help you, it could greatly improve the disguise.
Okay, hold on. My mom's calling me though. 1 second.
Just say yes or no. Just say yes or no. And we'll
yeah.
Okay, go ahead. So Artemis, I'm gonna have you do the roll with or however it works with advantage, right, Cedric?
Yeah, if she's not rolling, then he would get advantage.
It's just gonna be a what is this?
And you're also getting
insanely inept, and he's going to roll a performance and
D4.
Wow.
24.
That's amazing. So that means that Cedric is making a willful decision to take part in the disguising effort, which is kind of cool. So yeah, her disguise is almost flawless. It's 24 total, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's an almost flawless disguise. She looks like a drow woman, and there's no question about it.
he's gonna do the thing, where he puts his index and middle finger to this. Perfect. And then he's gonna proceed to walk back away by the fire.
Good stuff. Well done.
Very nice.
Also, I haven't done this because I haven't been here. I would love to play my Regal Viol.
Yeah, your instrument that like entire class is based.
So if you can do a performance roll on that. That's all right. Basically, what you missed was the disguise. We got a 24 roll with Artemis's help, and the performance of which instrument are you using now?
His viol, the Regal one he got. I can't remember where he got that, but I do know he has that.
It was off that dead body we found.
Yes, because he gave his original one to the Tiefling child.
So any concerns or anxieties that the characters have are slightly lessened by this calming music as you wait for this skyship. And you hear the wind, and You've defeated just about everything to get you to this point, and you actually feel a little bit safer up here. Even though this is uncharted territory for you all, the music calms you. Welcome back, Felminar. So the skyship does actually arrive. It is grand, and it is technology that you are not used to seeing. It is the real deal. This jester has delivered with his blue powder. And you're all welcome aboard. The jester seems quite pleased with himself, and doesn't show any concern for his sickness. You have a feeling that perhaps he has connections to get healed. So if you choose, you may all board, and Dis's disguise is like almost flawless, even with little effort on her part. Visually, it's stunning. She looks like a female drow, almost as if a sister of Nimwalwe. Yeah.
Look, it's Nim's twin. Surprise.
Does anybody have any objections to boarding the ship?
No.
I don't think so. Boat. That boat. Hey, we're on a thing that I'm remotely familiar with.
So there's a brief conversation. The jester talks to the crew of the ship. All of these gnomes are dressed to the nines. They're wearing clothes that are beyond opulent, to the point where it's almost impractical. They're wearing things that are made of very fine velvet and such. Welcome back. And the gnome very genuinely explains the situation, and he refers to you all as great adventurers. You've come to a point when you are now seen by this gnome in particular as great adventurers. You've paved your way through the Belmar estate. You're all wearing various magical weapons and armor, and you all look battle-hardened. You look like you've been through some shit. And you just killed 3 basilisks in front of this guy with quite a bit of ease. So these gnomes are very happy to have you aboard their ship. He follows through with his deal. You saved him, and he's giving you free passage. Now, you see this aristocratic gnome approach you all, and he inquires as to your destination.
Where is it that you all plan to go now that you're on our ship? You have to understand we are just coming back from an excursion. So there's only so far we can go. Where is it that you plan to go?
I turned to the rest of the party.
Did we have a set destination? I don't think we did.
No.
We can
never
either.
had time to
The
think.
goal was to get to the estate, and we did.
Yeah, but alright, you guys were all gone for the last couple of sessions or something. So what's happened is, Steve, can you since half the people weren't here, can you tell them,
Sure.
give them a brief synopsis of what the big baddie told us?
So I'm going to give an extremely abridged version of kind of the destinations on all of your minds in character. You know of the origin of the rot, which was caused by a necromancer somewhere near Northold, where a blue dragon also lives, which may or may not help you. And that necromancer was meddling with the negative plane and brought forth this rot on purpose. Another destination that's on your mind is Ivestad, which is where the slaves are. It's a huge mining area, and Dirnor Cromwell and the cultists of that which lurk plan to sacrifice just about all of them, which will bring Gonador's influence in this world much, much more. However, you also know that Gryhold is directly to the east of the mountains, and these gnomes are basically indicating that they're coming back from a very long excursion, and they must make port there first before journeying elsewhere. And by going there, they first must charge a lot of the magic that works on this ship. But they want to know where you'd like to go elsewhere. They're offering to give you an additional destination once they make port in Gryhold for a time.
Artemis would support the idea of waiting for them to refill their magic, because I think a break for everyone would be great, because we've been fighting non-stop and multiple.
Sorry, I'm just moving us over here. I'm giving us all the map to look at, because I want to make a little relevance here. I apologize. The first circle in the top left, Port Firth, is where you began. You made your journey across the sea into the mountains of the northern Dwalin Mountains. You see Gryhold immediately to the east of that. The other places I mentioned, across the water, across the Sea of Dwalin, is Northold there. That's somewhere where the Necromancer is, and the Blue Dragon. And then beyond that, to the east, is Ivestad. Just for reference, so I'll just ping those areas.
And I have
And I'm
Star
sorry,
Wars
I didn't mean
Display.
to. I didn't mean to. Yeah, that's correct. It's this. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Artemis. I just wanted to give you guys some reference in the map.
Oh
there.
no, that's fine. Yeah, Artemis is just gonna suggest that taking the break where we're gonna be docking is he thinks the best idea. 'Cause our characters have been fighting nonstop for what feels like ever.
So maybe we should stop in Cryhold.
Yeah, and just relax.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go to Cryhold.
Oh.
Wait, what was that? What's that?
I had to.
That
There were
was
so
in
many.
Center
There
for
were
Fighting the
There were
Guy.
so many. There were so many maps that I had to drag you across maps to get there.
Yeah,
It's like
we're doing really good. It's right
we're here
here.
now. We're here.
Can
We're
we,
here.
can
We're
we
here.
fucking rest?
I didn't see anything.
No. It was just those were past maps. Like we have plenty more ahead of us. Okay, so yeah. I mean, I want to make sure every voice is heard. I don't want people to necessarily be shuffled into something that they don't agree with. So, what about the other characters? What do they feel?
Comprehend language is the dragon. I have no objections. It's not like I exactly had any other plans.
Very well. So this aristocratic gnome who appears to be in charge does say,
The city has very strict regulations, especially with the rot right now. The crew already has passage to the port where we will land our ship. But I must drop you all off on the western side of the city, the southwestern side of the city, and you may make your way in there. We will be spending at least 3 to 4 to 5 days in port, depending on the situation there. So if you all agree, Gryhold is a place where you can rest, eat, drink, be merry before we take the next leg of our journey. But if it is east that you choose to go, we can accommodate that on the next leg of your journey. Thank you again for bringing our friend Tobin out of detention.
You are most welcome, and thank you so much for assisting us. I mean, to be fair, the entire world might burn in tentacly flames if we don't succeed. So it is in everybody's best interest anyway. But we do really appreciate it.
very good. The gnome flashes you, and he's got one of those like charming, like white beards. He flashes you a smile, a bright
okay.
grin.
Okay, it's fine.
And I know I had to finish my sentence. So
like, wait a minute.
Lorian, make
Yeah.
a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, for the flash, obviously. There it is.
You are absolutely charmed by this gnome.
It is Lorian after all. Goal acquired.
Once you get
In that number.
once you get cured of the rot, look me up, sugar.
God.
He tips his feathered hat to you, and goes back and talks with the ladies with all of this fanciful velvet.
Look, I get it. I'm stressed. That's shit.
Close to a
So
regular boat.
the
does
ship.
this boat-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How close does a regular boat does the ship?
I'm sorry. Say how close to the size would it be?
No, like how like the general feel of the ship. Is it close to like a regular boat? Is it a place like I'd also feel at home?
Right. Well, you do have background in sailing. Is that correct?
Yeah, I just don't know if that equates to like air.
Well, you think that although these gnomes are very talented in technology and the ability to employ these methods of travel and magic, you do see that the shipwork itself, the woodwork, is likely done by an actual shipwright and modified to be carried by these magical means of flight. So the ship itself is designed almost like a traditional ship on the sea.
Awesome.
You can see the modifications. You see that there's no mast, which is almost unnatural to you because you're so used to seeing the masts.
Weird.
So it is somewhat familiar to you, but also oddly unnatural to you at the same time. But you feel safe.
It's like I'm at my neighbor's house right now.
And one thing that you notice in particular is that you do not feel the rocking of the waves. It's almost as if it's a smooth gliding forward momentum, as opposed to a forward momentum with a bit of rocking.
Okay, like my third neighbor down.
So this is actually a fairly short journey. Traversing the mountains was arduous for you all. It took you days of dangerous travel on foot, but by sky it's almost as if you wish you had dropped the coin on the journey by sky. And you end up getting dropped off right outside Gryhold, and
Yeah.
Here we are. Now you're gonna have to really zoom in. This is gonna take a minute for some of you to load. It's
yeah.
pretty high resolution. It's gonna take a second.
Oh lord. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Very
roll 20.
nice.
Roll 20 even cautions me against. So I'm gonna ping where you are. It's hard to see. This is massive. Okay. So this ping over here is where you are. You're on this nice safe hill. On
I
that
see
side.
pixels.
Technically, it's the southwestern side of the city. It's going to load for some of you. So if you take note, there's a compass on the bottom right. North is actually to the right. South is actually to the left. This is sort of like the northern point of a peninsula area east of the northern Dwelling Mountains. The sky ship, for size reference, is all the way on the east side. It's actually docked down near the water. It is no longer flying. But from where you are, you can't actually see it. There are walls around this city. All of you make a perception roll,
Sure.
and you may zoom in where I'm pinging. Just kind of that's where you all are positioned at the moment.
Check out this perception.
And
Oh, wow.
Totem
I-
is-
Where are you
To-
pinging
To-
again?
Where
Totem
were
is
you
lo-
pinging?
Okay, so there's an area called Malar's Throat. You're just north or above it
That's all I wanted.
on the grassy hill, and your tokens are there. And I actually do have maps to further detail areas of the city, which I will also be
What a
referring to.
nice map. That's great.
Oh
Hello.
yeah, you have no idea how much detail I put into the actual locations as well. I'm really excited for a little bit more of an open world approach. So from where you are, it's at this point in the day, it's early afternoon. The skies are partly cloudy. You think it might even start drizzling by the looks of it, especially you, Cedric, who's used to sailing. You're familiar with weather and when it comes and goes. To your right, Malar's Throat, as it's called. You don't know this in character yet, but you see lots of kind of small shanty shacks. They look very modest and humble. You see to your left lots of new construction, and you hear the sound of hammer on nail and wood. You sense that there's lots of new construction